Hi guys, how are you? Um, just going to do another reading for you this morning. And I'm not sure I'm going to do one of these every single day. I like to do things sort of organically and as the spirit moves you, as they say, or but it is Valentine's Day, and I thought I'd read something from one of my favorite books that's about love and the ways that relationships um, transform us and whatever, move us into new places that are unexpected. So this is um, Rilke, and it's um, on love and other difficulties. So I'm sure we've all had our difficulties with love and all our great moments of joy, beauty, pleasure, and happiness with great loves as well. So what I did was from page 30 to page 35, I sectioned out some of the things that I thought were really great, and I'm just going to read those. So it's a little bit choppy, but otherwise, it's selections, we can call it. All right, cool. Let's see. There are such relationships which must be a very great, almost unbearable happiness. But they can occur only between very rich natures, and between those who, each for himself, are richly ordered and composed. They can unite only two wide, deep, individual worlds. Like so much else, people have also misunderstood the place of love in life. They have made it into play and pleasure because they thought that play and pleasure were more blissful than work. But there is nothing happier than work, and love, just because it is the extreme happiness, can be nothing else but work. So whoever loves must try to act as if he had a great work. He must be much alone and go into himself and collect himself and hold fast to himself. He must work. He must become something. Love is at first not anything that means merging, giving over, and uniting with another. For what would a union be of something unclarified and unfinished, still subordinate? It is a high inducement to the individual to ripen, to become something in himself, to become world for himself for another's sake. It is a great exacting claim upon him, something that chooses him out and calls him to vast things. It is true that many young people who wrongly, that is, simply with abandon and unsolitarily, the average will of course always go on doing so, feel the oppressiveness of a failure and want to make the situation in which they have landed viable and fruitful in their own personal way. For their nature tells them that less even than all else that is important can questions of love be solved publicly and according to this or that agreement. That they are questions, intimate questions from one human being to another, which in any case demand a new, special, only personal answer. But how should they who have already flung themselves together and no longer mark off and distinguish themselves from each other, who therefore no longer possess any of their own selves, be able to find a way out of themselves, out of the depth of their already shattered solitude? They act out of common helplessness, and then, if with the best intentions, they try to avoid the convention that occurs to them, say marriage, they land in the tentacles of some less loud but equally deadly conventional solution. For then everything far around them is convention. Where people act out of a prematurely fused, turbid communion, every move is convention. Every relation to which such entanglement leads has its convention, be it ever so unusual, that is, in the ordinary sense, immoral. Why even separation would here be a conventional step, an impersonal chance decision without strength and without fault. Whoever looks seriously at it finds that neither for death, which is difficult, nor for difficult love has any explanation, any solution, any hint or way yet been discerned, and for these two problems that we carry wrapped up and hand on without opening, it will not be possible to discover any general rule resting in agreement. But in the same measure in which we begin as individuals to put life to the test, we shall, being individuals, meet these great things at closer range. The demands which the difficult work of love makes upon our development are more than life-size, and as beginners we are not up to them. But if we nevertheless hold out and take this love upon us, burden and apprenticeship, instead of losing ourselves in all the light and frivolous play behind which people have hidden from the most earnestness of their existence, then a little progress and an alleviation will perhaps be perceptible to those who come along after us. That would be much. And they call up the future, and though they err and embrace blindly, the future comes all the same. A new human being rises up, and on the ground of that chance which here seems consummated, awakes the law by which a resistant, vigorous seed forces its way through to the egg cell that moves open toward it. Do not be bewildered by the surfaces. In the depths, all becomes law. Much love to you on Valentine's Day. Have a great one. Take care.